I'm astrologer and life coach Penny Dix. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome back if you are a regular visitor here. And if it's your first time here, a big welcome to you. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. So welcome to my short heads up video for the sign of Taurus, whether that's the sun in Taurus or the rising sign. And this is for everything you need to know for the month of February 2023. Well, February is actually going to be quite, I think, a smooth, easy month. It's a lot better energy than we've been going through. It's more settled. So I think all of us are going to be able to sort of sit back a bit and just kind of, cruise along without it being too dramatic. But let's have a little bit more look in depth at what's going on for you this month, Taurus, because the sun, of course, is in Aquarius, and it's in the part of your chart. This is to do with your career. Now, if you don't have a career, then it's to do with whatever kind of puts you out there more in the public stage, or anything you're passionate about. It could be hobbies, crafts, or painting, art. But whatever it is that you're passionate about, your soul path comes under the dominion of the 10th house. So it's Aquarius. Aquarius, of course, is about, in one sense, thinking outside the box. And so this is good energy if you are working and you do have a career, to really kind of think of new ways, new ideas, different sort of ways of doing things that will help move your particular kind of career in a positive direction. On the 18th, the sun will move into Pisces. And this is the part of your chart to do with the sort of more community at large. And so then there'll be more of a focus about what's going on out there rather than what's going on in here. So we've also got a full moon in Leo, and this is on the 5th of February. And this is the part of your chart that is your home and family. So I think when we have full moons in this part of our chart, and especially for you as it's Leo, sometimes it can mean that you're sort of thinking about being a little bit more creative and changing things around a bit. It can, depending on what else is going on in the rest of your own personal birth chart, indicate a move or a decision to move. It can also be about members of the family making decisions that affect the status quo. But on a more kind of simple way of looking at it, it's just that you might be feeling that you just want to shift things around a bit, or clear out some cupboards and some clutter. That's always good use of full moon energy in this part of the chart. So let's look at your ruling planet, Venus, because Venus is our goddess of love, our goddess of harmony, relationship. It's also the feminine, the divine feminine. And Venus in Pisces, which is the part of your chart to do with your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, thinking outside that huge big box. And Venus is making a square, which is a harsh angle and a challenging angle, to Mars in Gemini. Now, Gemini is your second house of finance. And I just feel that in some ways it may be that you just have to tweak a little bit to do with your budgeting and finance. Perhaps you've overestimated how much might be coming in, and there's not as much coming in as you thought it was. And so you've just got to kind of tidy that up a little bit, because Mars can also bring in unexpected expenses, like to do with things like washing machines, dishwashers, anything like that, just, household appliances, cars even. So there might be something unexpected that comes up, because remember, Venus is also about money. So just be mindful of that. Now, Mercury, our planet of communication, is currently in your 9th house of higher learning, education. This is also travel, but it can be inner travel just as much as literal physical travel. It's the sign of Capricorn, which is about structure. So there's something for me about Taurus with travel, which is that you do like it to be clear. You're not very good at just kind of turning up at an airport and seeing, where could I get a flight to? No, that's not what Taurus is going to do. Taurus wants its ticket, he wants his passport, he wants to know he's going to be picked up, dropped off, and arrive at his destination. We don't have this kind of, wild travel kind of energy in the sign of Taurus. So what's going on with your 9th house? Well, Mercury, our planet of communication, is conjunct Pluto. Now, Pluto is in its final degrees of Capricorn. And in your chart, this is like conjunct the midheaven of your chart. This is very much also about how your public image is being received or observed. And I think you're going to be making big decisions and big changes to do with your career because it's on that cusp. So it's something of that nature. This Pluto energy, something you've been working on probably behind the scenes throughout the whole of Pluto's passage through this part of your chart. So that's since 2008. Really now I feel you will see that you can take it to the next level, that you can actually kind of close a chapter and say, yes, I've done the work I need to do on that. Let me move on to the next thing. And that's going to be super exciting when that Pluto moves into Aquarius and your 10th house. And that is exactly where Mercury is going to go on the 11th of February. By the way, that Mercury conjunct Pluto is the 10th. Can't remember if I said what date it was. So around the 10th or 11th, there's quite interesting energy to do with something you've significantly kind of got under your belt in terms of learning and how that's going to play out in connection with whatever you're passionate about. So we've also got to look again at your ruling planet Venus, because Venus in the Pisces, in the part of your chart that's to do with your hopes and wishes, is conjunct Neptune. And this is on the 15th. Have you got any romantic dreams? Because, this is around Valentine's Day, isn't it? Valentine's Day is the 14th. And I just think this Venus conjunct Neptune is really super nice energy. So you might see a romantic dream come true of some description. So who knows? We will have to wait and see. Then Venus will go into your 12th house on the 20th. And that's Aries. And whilst Venus is here, I think you'll be feeling a little bit more settled in understanding your own self-worth. The whole world, every sign has been through really difficult times over the last 3 years. And I think we all need to get to a point in ourselves where we sit back and think, wow, didn't I do well? I've got through all of this. I've got through everything that's been thrown at not just us, but all of us. And so maybe you just need to acknowledge that a bit, to validate yourself a bit, that you have achieved a lot. And the new moon this month is on the 20th, and it's also in Pisces, of course, in your 11th house. And so this gives you a lovely opportunity to really sow some positive seeds about something you would like to manifest, bring into your life, which perhaps has been a bit of a kind of a secret dream, but there's an opportunity for this to actually become manifest. So there we go, Taurus. There's your February astrology. And thank you so much for coming to join me. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.